Now let's consider some other demand elasticities. First one is the income elasticity of demand. The income elasticity of demand measures how much the quantity demanded of a good responds to a change in consumers' income. So here, the value in the denominator, we're looking to see how that value in the denominator, the percentage change in income, affects the value in the numerator, the percentage change in the quantity demanded. If the value of this elasticity is greater than 0, this good is going to be known as a normal good. That means both the numerator and the denominator are changing in the same direction. So the percentage change in income increases, and you have an increase in the percentage change in the quantity demanded. That's a normal good, right? People are buying more of the good when their income increases. And vice versa, if both those values in the numerator and denominator are negative, that suggests that when people's incomes fall, they buy less of this product. Well, that's just a normal good. If the value of this elasticity is less than 0, it's an inferior good. That would suggest as incomes rise by a given percentage, consumption falls, or vice versa. As income falls by a certain percentage, consumption increases. We can also look at the income elasticity and determine whether consumers look at this good as a necessity or not. If the value of the income elasticity of demand is fairly small and positive, then this suggests that the good is determined to be a necessity. Types of goods that would be necessity, things like food, fuel, clothing, your gas, your electric, your water utilities, and medical services. So again, these are goods where when your income increases by, let's say, 10%, consumption would increase by something less than 10%. It's a necessity. You're probably spending most of your income on this product anyway, and so you're not going to see a large change in consumption if your income goes up. Similarly, if this is a necessity, when your income falls, you're not going to see a large decrease in consumption. You need food, you need clothing, right? You need utilities for survival. The value of the income elasticity can also give us some insight as to whether consumers regard the good as a luxury good. And in this case, if the value of the income elasticity is large and positive, and by large we mean greater than 1, then we know that consumers regard this as a luxury good. So examples of this would be things like sports cars, furs, expensive foods, and of course the luxury cruises that we looked at previously. Another demand elasticity is what's known as a cross-price elasticity of demand. Now, cross-price elasticity of demand looks at how the consumption of one good responds to the change in the price of another good. So here literally you are looking at how a change in the price of good B affects consumption of good A. So good B might be something like peanut butter, and good A might be jelly. So you want to know how a change in the price of peanut butter affects the consumption of jelly. Or good B might be vanilla ice cream, and good A might be chocolate ice cream. So you're interested in knowing how a change in the price of vanilla ice cream affects consumption of chocolate ice cream. If the value of the elasticity is positive, that means those two goods are substitutes. So if we find that when the price of vanilla ice cream increases and the consumption of chocolate ice cream increases, that means that people substitute away from vanilla ice cream towards chocolate ice cream when the price of the vanilla increases. If the elasticity is negative, then the two goods are complements. In this case, let's take a look at the peanut butter and jelly example. So if good B is peanut butter and good A is jelly, we would expect that this cross-price elasticity would be negative. because when the price of peanut butter increases, we would expect a decrease in the consumption of jelly. Again, the two goods tend to be consumed together. And this also works the opposite way. If the price of peanut butter should decrease, we would expect the numerator, the consumption of jelly, to increase.